Hey guys, how are we doing working from home? I'm excited to talk to you guys today. I will say that sounds weird, right? Because I'm excited, but I also hate it. I'm excited because I know my friends and family in the sports and entertainment industry are struggling with this concept of working from home for such a long, extended period of time, right? I hate it because we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, it's just right? Like you're with me. It's just unfathomable. Like I can't believe we're here. But along with this pandemic, obviously comes fear, uncertainty, frustration, and all of us trying to adjust to this new normal. Right? Things are a little scary, but also we're asking everybody to work from home. Right? Your organizations, the world is asking everyone to stay home, depending on what city you're in. You're and under I call it lockdown, but I think it's a stay-at-home order, right? Like you can't leave the house other than to maybe go for a walk, and then the essential stuff like groceries. So what I thought I would do, which I was excited about, was after talking to some of my clients, hearing what the word on the street was, is that the sports and entertainment industry, we're not adjusting well to this, right? Unless you normally work from home, you guys know where you are, you guys are good. But the vast majority don't do this. So I want to spend 15 minutes, real quick, high level, just to give you some quick tips to help you adjust to what now is your new normal. Hopefully this is over sooner than later, but this is going to help you come out of this looking good, feeling good, and looking back and thinking, okay, I was, quarantined, had to stay at home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how long this goes, 4 weeks, but I'm coming out on the other end looking really good. That's my goal today. All right, so things we're going to talk about: work environment, mental fitness, your daily routine, communications, and then getting shit done. Don't ask me why I have an asterisk there. I'm just going to say shit. Okay, so work environment, right? This sets the stage for you to do your best work. This helps you focus, helps you concentrate, helps you make the most of your time alone. And let's be honest, how many times do you think when someone pops into your office on a game day or an event day to talk about something and you get slowed down a little bit, right? So we're in a place where that's not happening. You can control what's coming in. So just use this to your advantage, right? Help yourself be productive so maybe your day can end a little bit early. Have a designated workspace. I know it's tough, right? You might be in a 900 square foot apartment. You might be like me and have a second extra bedroom. I share this office now. I used to be mine, but now that my husband's home, we switch halfway through the day. So I'm filming this at 11:07, but at 12, I have to go upstairs and switch and sit at the kitchen table. When I go up there, though, I will bring all the supplies that I need, right? Just to make it feel like a workspace. I clear anything off that's like, cute and homey and like for your kitchen table. I just kind of move it off and make it a desk. Make sure you turn off your TV. It's really tempting, I know. I used to, when I first started, once I first started my own business, I was working from home. And it was tempting, right? I would watch the Today Show in the morning. If you're a fan, great. If you're not, don't judge me. So I'd watch that in the morning. And then afterwards, I kind of leave it on. And then Hoda and Kathy Lee would come on. And they're funny. And they're drinking wine. And I just liked hearing them in the background is what I told myself. But really, what I could have got done in an hour with the TV off took me at least 90, if not 2 hours, depending on what I was doing. Right? So it just slows you down. Again, the goal is to get in, be super productive, do your job, and then move on to something else personal, right? Avoid the couch. I know it's really hard because you're kind of probably in something comfy, maybe your jammies, which we'll talk about later. But it's tough because it's so tempting. What I tell you is don't work on the couch, even if you're just doing emails. Avoid the couch. What I would do is save it for the end of your day. Whatever that time is, save the couch at the end of your day. I was with a friend the other day, virtually, having happy hour, and I could see her desk in the background. I was like, it's so nice. She's like, I actually just moved from my desk to the couch because that means it's the end of the day. So it kind of just helps set something up. Even if you could see all those pieces at the same time, it's okay. It helps you do your best work, and then it almost gives you a reward at the end of the day, and you enjoy the couch that much better. All right, mental fitness. How are we all going to stay sane through this, right? Some of us are on week 3, some of us week 2, some of us are just starting with this stay-at-home order. So you want to stay sane, right? Things are different, and it's scary, and it's frustrating. What I want to do is I challenge you to think about what fuels you, what motivates you, right? Maybe it's something that you haven't done in a while because you're so busy at work, right? I'm talking to my baseball friends who are trying to get ready for opening day. Certain things start to fall off and they're not a priority. Totally understand, right? But right now, if you typically get your energy from your colleagues, from the big event, the execution, right? I used to, when, the stadium is full, all of those things, they're not happening now. So we got to go find our energy somewhere else. I was talking to my client yesterday, and she said, I get all of my energy from my coworkers. And I don't know that I realized that until now, and I can't see them. So I really encourage you to think about where else you can get your energy from. Okay, so it could be working out. That's not your thing. It's okay. I went back to working out in the mornings. It's really easy to work out at 6 or 6:30 when I have to walk 2 feet. But I feel great, except for today, if you saw my Instagram story. But normally I feel great. I have a ton of energy and it gets me through the day. So it's replacing that energy that I used to get from my clients, and it's helping me physically as well. Okay, so just think about it. If it's going to church, right? Everyone can go to church virtually. Maybe you need a little church in your day every morning because everything's just a little, you just need some help here. There's Andy Stanley. He has a great app. It's Woodstock or North Point Church, either one of those, and you can watch sermons from years past. So I've watched some of them. Those are really great as well. So whatever it is that's going to help motivate you. Don't let the media consume you. You consume the media. Right? So set some boundaries around that. Set some boundaries about when you watch, and then stop. Just pause. Stay informed. It's really important, but then just don't overwatch it. Make sure you pick credible sources as well. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is a tough time. So if your way of asking for help, if you can't be direct about it, that's okay. Go ahead and just set up some time with your friends and your family on FaceTime, on Zoom, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you are connecting with people and getting that energy you need. Or if you really need help, just ask. Everyone is pulling together as a community right now. It's something like I've never seen before. The first week, it brought tears to my eyes every single day when someone would do something different. So everyone wants to help right now. Don't be too proud. And then set some boundaries. There is no need for anyone to work a 12-hour day. That's not needed unless you have something coming up that I don't understand in your world. But really, everything's on pause in the sports and entertainment industry. Keep working, work hard. There's work to be done, right? Especially as you manage all these cancellations and postponements and contracts and season ticket holders and all the things. But set some boundaries for yourself because you need some perspective. You need to be able to walk away so you can come back and be a better version of yourself, come back with ideas. You have to just go out there and get some perspective first. And by go out there, I mean inside your home. Okay, let's talk about your daily routine. Not everyone loves a routine, and I understand that. But routine helps you put some structure around this uncertainty, right? It helps you do that when everything else on the outside, it's so uncertain, right? So this is something you can control. If you have kids, this is something you can control to a certain extent, right? But get moving. Even if you want to walk back, I saw somebody the other day walking up and down the stairs, right? Get moving. If you can, go for a walk. If you're on the West Coast, please go for a walk for me, a nice long one, because it is not warm here in Chicago, right? Make sure you guys get dressed, take a shower, I know it's weird that I could be a potential stranger right now, or I might be somebody you know, but, and I'm telling you to shower, but it helps. Keep the routine that you had when you were working. So if you took a shower the night before, start doing the same thing. If you take a shower in the morning, do the same thing. Try to keep that routine. That'll just help trick your brain into things are kind of, normal. And snack if you want to. I know a lot of people have been telling me I cannot stop snacking. I understand. But maybe for the weekends is when you abandon the healthy snacks and you have the cookies, right? I try to do that. I had a week. This is so embarrassing. We would go through about a pack, oh my God, Oreos every day. I can't believe I'm telling you this. It was so bad. We had them every day because they were so good. And I kept snacking because everything's just so uncertain and I'm freaking out and I don't know what's going on and trying to stay calm. And it was tough. So we have banned Oreos for the time being, but we will reintroduce them once the world is back to normal, hopefully soon. But snack if you want to. We have healthy cookies on the weekends now, and then we just have healthy snacks, pistachios, whatever, during the week, just to kind of help. But if you're hungry and you're used to snacking, then go ahead, have something to eat. Okay, communicating. So video calls I know are foreign to a lot of you, especially in the sports and entertainment industry. It's not something we normally do. I will tell you right now, my one entertainment client, as much as I try, will not put their video on and when I send out a meeting invite. Totally fine. But now it's important. You need this connection. You need this community. You need to make eye contact. It's really important. So do video calls for your team calls, for your, if you have a half-hour meeting with somebody. Zoom is my favorite. Check out their website for all of the pricing. There's a free option, but Zoom is free. I think there's Skype, there's just good old FaceTime, whatever it is, try and use it. I think you'll be very happy. Over communicate, you guys. It's hard, right? Everything gets lost in translation and we're all over email and we're so used to popping into everybody's office, right? And just to talk something out real quick. Trust me, we're not doing anything. So when someone calls, I have been answering my phone all the time, getting excited. Sometimes it's telemarketers and I get a little angry, but answer your phone or pick up the phone and call people, right? Make sure you over communicate with your manager. I've been asked this question by a few of my clients. How do I talk to my boss? Set up video calls. If you have a scheduled weekly call with your boss, set up a video call. I think that's really important. Obviously, there's no dress code for these video calls. Everyone's working from home. It's okay to answer your phone or answer your video call in your sweatshirt. Totally fine. Just make sure you're dressed, and dressed appropriately. But I just set it up. Have your weekly call with your boss. 30-minute calls. If you're not doing that, if you haven't been doing that in the past, you should start doing that now, and then it's something you should keep going forward, right? We'll talk more about that later, but it's really important. And then when you talk to your boss, make sure you have your top 3 things that you're working on. And if you're in a revenue generating area, which a lot of you are, make sure you understand the impact of the ROI for whatever you're talking about. But have 3 main things that you need to talk about. You can have a whole long list, but what's the most important thing you need to talk to your boss about before you get interrupted? Because it always happens. And then last but not least, let's talk about getting shit done, right? You want to every day set your top 3 priorities. If you use a planner, that's great. If you don't have one and you're feeling like it's hard to focus right now, I would recommend the Full Focus Planner. That's by Michael Hyatt. Full Focus Planner, Michael Hyatt. Michael or Mr. Hyatt, whatever he goes by, does not pay me. I don't know him, but I love his products. So check it out. That's something I know you can buy it on his website. If you're like me and like things really quickly, you can get it on Amazon. It's really helpful. It talks about every day. What are the top 3 things that you need to do? What are the other tasks? But what are the top 3 things you need to get done? Then it allows you to block out your day in terms of time. Right? How does my day look? How many hours? Sometimes I say I have 3 things I need to do. then I start to write it all out and I realize time-wise and I don't have enough time. And then you can delegate or maybe raise your hand for some support from other team members, right? Utilize those planners if you haven't before. If you do, keep doing it. Big piece of advice is to do the hard thing first every single day, right? Especially now, you need a quick win. You need something to make you feel good in the morning. So do the hard thing first. Ignore the easy things. Do them next. And then last but not least, leverage some project management tools. I use Trello. I use them with all my clients, both consulting and coaching. If that's something your organization has, but you guys haven't really used it, dust off the, dust it off, right? And make sure you guys start to use that because it'll help you on the communication side. And that goes back to the over communicating, right? A lot of moving parts, lots of things going on. Everyone's no longer in the same place. And have some fun too. Do some virtual happy hours. Have some virtual coffees with your team. Just make the most out of this. Now, I know I threw a lot at you in the past 16 minutes. I have gone over and I am sorry. But I think I gave you some really good stuff to help you adjust and help you adjust quickly, which is the goal here. So I challenge you to think of, out of everything I said, some things you're probably already doing, and that's good. What else can you adopt? And if you're not doing any of them, that's okay, right? You got some time. Unfortunately, we have some time at home. So what 2 things can you do that you can adopt to get some wins this week, right? And I want to hear from you. So what 2 things can you adopt to get some wins this week? And I want to hear from you, right? So send me an email, send me a text. I respond to both of them. And then, yesterday I spent some time with a client helping them come up with a customized plan to adjust to working from home. Very, very ambitious woman, and and coach her, and I love talking to her. She's such a badass. And so, she was just like, how do I adjust to this? And so we came up with a customized plan. So my team and I are here for you to help you with those things. So we can definitely keep chatting, talking, set up a time to chat, but definitely tell me what those 2 things are. Love to hear from you guys. Be well out there, be safe, make sure you guys stay at home. I appreciate you guys listening. This was really fun. Hate that I have to do it, but glad that I can put something together fun, free, and easy for you. Thanks. Bye.